Are you a student struggling to keep up with your lessons? Or a parent searching for a reliable educational resource that truly cares? You've come to the right place. Welcome to FEUNIX Distinctions, your premier channel for educational content designed for every learner. We understand the silent struggles that often go unnoticed, the frustration of slow-paced learners, and the need for solid foundations for all students. At FEUNIX Distinctions, we don't just teach. We are dedicated to guiding you every step of the way. Our teaching style is unique, simple, and incredibly effective. We make complex concepts easy to grasp and ensure that every lesson is both suitable and enjoyable, no matter your learning pace. Whether you're a fast learner looking for a new challenge or an average learner aiming to excel, our comprehensive methodology is built to support you. Join a community where no one is left behind. Subscribe to FEUNIX Distinctions today and hit the notification bell so you never miss a lesson. Let's make learning an exciting journey together.
All right, I welcome you to today's class. This is SS1 Mathematics, and we're moving on to lesson 6. And in this lesson 6, we're going to be looking at logarithm. Now remember, in lesson 5, we treated the topic standard form. Standard form will give us an edge into logarithm. That is why we started with the topic standard form. Now we are moving on to logarithm. And without any waste of time, we are going to be seeing multiplication and division. Multiplication and division. Multiplication and division of logarithm. Let me put out an example, then I'll explain to you. Example 1. Calculate 29.3 times 142. In standard form, we said we always move the decimal, like this very number that we are having here, 29.3. The decimal is here. We have to move the decimal to the standard form. Now if we are moving the decimal, it's going to fall before the first significant figure. What's the first significant figure? 2 is the first significant figure. So we are moving this decimal once. And for the second number, we are also to move the decimal to standard form. Though the decimal is not there, I've said it that you should be very conversant of this, that if a decimal is not written, consider the decimal to be at the extreme end. That is after these two. But it might not be written. If it is not written, know that the decimal is at the extreme end. So if the decimal is at the extreme end, how many times will it move to fall before the first significant figure? It will move 2 times, because this very one is the first significant figure. So therefore it will move 1, 2. It will move 2 times to fall after this first significant figure, and this is very, very important. Moving your decimal will give you an edge. So we are going to start solving this question. Now these are the laws. We have law for multiplication and we have law for division. Put this at the back of your mind. Anytime we are multiplying logarithm, we will add. Once there is multiplication, we will do addition. And once there is division, we will do subtraction. I'm making this introduction before we start our work. And I want you to know that we are going to be looking at logarithm table. So you can see here, we have common anti-log table. That is the table we have here. And we have another table down here. That is the logarithm table. This is the logarithm table. This is the logarithm table. Logarithm table. This is the logarithm table here. I will explain this table to you. This very white table is the logarithm table. And then the first table here is the anti-log table. This is the anti-logarithm table. These two tables, I will show you how we are going to use them. But this is our example that we are going to solve. So let's solve the example. Solution. We want to calculate 29.3 times 142. The first thing you will do is you are going to draw two lines. You draw two lines. This side is for your number, this side is for logarithm. This is where you write the number. The first number that we have there, you write it under number, that is 29.3. Then you find the logarithm by the other side. Now let's do it. This is the rule. The first rule is that you are going to get what we call the integer. Then the second one will be the mantissa. The integer is the number of times that the decimal move to be in standard form. This decimal will move only once for it to be in standard form, because we consider the first significant figure. We make sure that the decimal move to fall before the first significant figure. So how many times will it move? It will move one time. There's one time it will move to fall before this first significant figure. So that one, you will write it. You will write 1 and put points. How do we get this one? We got this one by the movement of the decimal. The decimal move once, that is why we have 1. You put decimal. So the name of this very one is the integer. The number that comes before the decimal, if you are looking for your logarithm, is the integer. We have found our integer. Remaining the body of this work. And that is what we call the mantissa. And that is where we are going to use the 4-figure table to get this. Now we will go to our 4-figure table. The tables are two. The white one is the logarithm table, while the one up is the anti-logarithm table. So we are going to first use the logarithm table. We are going to check this number, 29 under 3. We will check 29 under 3. This is our logarithm table here. You can see it starts with 10. So you have to look for 29. Where is 29? This is 29. This is 29 here. We will check 29 under 3. So this is the 29, and then the value is up here. The value is up here. That is where we'll look for the 3. This is 3 here. This is 3 here. 29 under 3. So therefore, from this 29, you are going to be going this way. We are going to be going this way. Then this 3, we are going to be checking downward. So you will see that they will meet here. The 29 and the 3, they will meet here. Then you check the number that is there. What's the number that you can see there? 4669. 4669 is the number that I'm seeing here. 29 under 3. When you check them, you will see that as this one is coming, the 3 is coming down, they will all meet here. That will give you 4669. Then you write your 4669. You write your 4669. We are done with this one. Let's go to the second one. 142. As usual, what's the first thing to do? Is to write your integer. How do we get our integer? We get our integer by the movement of the decimal. From the introduction, I said it. If a decimal is not written, consider the decimal to be at the extreme end. Then you move it till it falls before the first significant figure. Where's the first significant figure? This is the first significant figure here. So if the decimal is at the extreme end, let's move it till it falls there. How many times will it move? It will move 2 times. Look at it. 1, 2. It will move 2 times. That 2, you write 2 and put your decimal point. We have written our integer. Remaining the second part, where we usually check our 4-figure table. The second part will check 14 under 2. 14 under 2. So let's return back to our 4-figure table to check for 14 under 2. Where is 14? This is 14. This is 14. And where is 2? This is 2 here. This is 2. So as you are checking 14, you are going this way, and 2, you are going that way. You say that they will come and meet here. They will come and meet here. Once they meet there, you check the number that is there. What's the number that we can see there? 1523. That's the number. 1523. Then you will come and write your 1523. Yes, we have gotten these numbers. Now remaining either addition or subtraction. What we are going to do here is addition. We are going to add the 2 logarithms. We are going to add the 2 logarithms. Do we just feel like adding? No, we are following a rule. The rule said if you have 2 logarithms that are multiplying themselves, you add. That is the reason why we are adding the logarithm. If supposing this place that we have multiplication is division that is here, what we will do is we will subtract the logarithm. That's the rule. We are adding this logarithm because it's multiplication. So let's go ahead with our addition. 9 plus 3 will give us 12. Write down 2, carry 1. 6 plus 2, 8 plus 1, 9. 6 plus 5, 11. Write down 1, carry 1. 4 plus 1, 5 plus 1, 6. Here's our decimal point. 1 plus 2, 3. That gives us 3.6192. We are much closer. We will soon finish. Remaining the last stage. So in the last stage, that is where we'll make use of the anti-log table. That's the first table there. In the anti-log table, we will not start with the first number. This number that starts, then the decimal, that's not the number we'll start with. It's after the decimal we use. So we are going to check 61 under 9, difference of 2. 61 under 9, difference of 2. Let's check it. 0.61 under 9, difference of 2. 0.61. So you will not see that we have the numbers here. This is 0.01, and we are looking for 0.61. Where is 0.61? We scroll. This is 0.61 here. This is 0.61. 0.61 under 9. Let's look for 9 here. 9. Where is 9? This is 9 here. So we have to check down. We have to check down where they will meet. Where the points, where this very 0.61 will meet with 9. Okay, here's 0.61 here. 0.61 is here. Point 0.61 is here under 9. This is where they meet. The value there is 4159. 4159. Then you write it down. 4159. 4159. Remaining difference 2. Remember, we check 0.61 under 9. Remaining difference 2. We are going to add the difference. This is how we check the difference. Now this part is the difference table here. This is the difference table from here to this very place is the difference table. So when we say difference 2, this is difference 2 here. So under this difference 2, we will scroll down. 2 is the next number after 1. This is 2. Scroll down, and this is very our 0.61. So under this same 0.61, that very line that we have under 2, what you will see here is 2. This is the number that you will see. The number there is 2. Then you come and add it up. You add that 2 that you've gotten. Let's do our addition now. 9 plus 2, 11, write down 1, carry 1. 5 plus 1, 6. We have 1 here, and we have 4 here. 4161. 4161. Then lastly, we are going to make use of this 3. The 3 is telling us the number of times we are going to move our decimal. Now this is the assumption. The assumption is that our decimal is after the first significant figure. This is the first significant figure, this 4. We assume that the decimal is after it. That is, the decimal is here. So if you have 3, you move the decimal 3 times. So let's move this decimal 3 times. That will be 1, 2, 3. Then the decimal will be here. So our answer will be 4161.0 or 4161 is the same thing. 4161.0 and 4161 is the same thing. So that is what we are going to do today. In our next class, we are going to do division of logarithm. But notwithstanding, I am going to leave you with work. I would like you to solve this assignment for me. Use tables to calculate the following. Question number 1. .6 times 40.9. Question number 2. 193 times 279. Question number 3. 29.3 times 143. I want you to solve these 3 questions for me. Then watch out for lesson 7, because in lesson 7, I'm going to give you the correct answer that will show if you have really gotten what I have explained to you or not. So do well to click the subscription button at this point. Then watch out for lesson 7. Thank you and have a nice day.